Hello guys, welcome back to this week's episode. This week we are going to have a short look at Sun T, so the three bodies, written by Liu Cixin, and this one here is a science fiction book, and it's the most famous science fiction book from China, which was published in 2008, and it's a story of three books. Basically, in this one here is the first one, and this book here is you can buy it in China for 23 yuan. This would be like €3, and but I had to buy it on Amazon for 15 euros, which is then like 5 times the price. And this brings me to the first question, and I would like to know if you know a way of how to buy Chinese books when you're not inside China, so from abroad. I think I tried on Taobao, but they don't deliver to countries other than China, and similar for other similar apps. But let me know how you buy Chinese books abroad. This would be really helpful because on Amazon they don't have so many books, and they are also quite pricey. But now back to the book. The book here has 302 pages. They look like this. Yeah. And 36 chapters. This is something which I liked because you can make many short breaks after just like reading 5 or 10 pages at a time. And I've once started this book to read in 2019, but after a few pages I quit. And now I finally finished it. And I think last night I read like 40-50 pages in one setting. And I need to say that this book is definitely nothing for beginners who learn the Chinese language. And also for me, the language was too difficult because there's so much science fiction words, and especially astronomy words, and about planets and radiation and spaceships. And this makes it very difficult to grasp and comprehend. I think the English language book would also be very challenging for me. Basically there is also an English version of this book called The Three-Body Problem. And also a German version, the Die drei Sonnen, the three suns, basically. And this book, also Obama has read it, and it is very difficult to explain what it is about. There's like many different science fiction ideas, especially has to do with planets, and the basic story is about their main storylines. The one storyline begins with a professor of nanometer science, and he begins to see a countdown and enters a computer game which is called The Three Bodies. And inside the three bodies, he is in a chaotic world without fixed duration of days, because they also describe the three-body problem, which states that not only two planets circulate each other, but three. So there's no rhythm which can be predicted. And this is the one side of the story. The other side of the story is that there's some aliens, the Santi-Ren. So but we actually don't know much about them. We just know that they exist. And Ye Wenjie, another person who comes into contact with these aliens, who receives a message and then answers. And by answering, these people, these aliens, they know the location of the Earth. And then this is also already the end of the story, that then we see the aliens and messages from the aliens who Ye Wenjie is reading. And then I think in the next books there will be maybe a war between the Earth and these aliens. And in total, I think it was interesting to read, but because the language was so difficult to understand, this was quite hard. Let me give you an example. I can read to you from this page here. 侄子从六位空间看三维空间，就像我们看二维平面上的一张画，当然能看到我们的内部。So there is one time at the story, the Earth receives atoms. I think 质子, I think it's an atom, which they get from the space, from these aliens. And these atoms, they can from so it's like a 6D perspective. They can see this 3D perspective, and this is just like that. If humans can see from the if they can see on a picture which is 2D, and so these atoms can see inside us. So this is a very very difficult, and I didn't really grasp the whole story, I have to be honest with you. And this is why I think next time I read this book, the next story in English and not in Chinese, because this was now too difficult. And now, yeah, one more thing is that this sadly this book didn't have the best quality as well, because one page just got out of here. But in total, it was interesting, and I learned a lot of new words, just like Tianwen-shu, like astronomy. And yeah, if you do like Ke Shu Huan Xiang, so Ke Huan, which is the abbreviation of science fiction, then I can recommend this book to you. And this is it, this short episode. And I wish you all a good weekend, and see you again.